Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be watching episode 8 of Bocchi the Rock. I'm a little excited about this one because I think this is when we're going to finally play our show. The episode is also called Bocchi the Rock, so that means something really cool has got to happen, right? Plus the typhoon's coming in. I see this very first scene is set in rain, so it might be a pretty crazy episode on this one. We're going to go ahead and dive on into this, guys. Feel free to check out my YouTube memberships. They're only $1, and you get early access to reactions like these and also full reactions too. I've never been in a typhoon or a hurricane.
Oh
no. That's the reality for bands if you're starting out. Be prepared to play for nobody but your family and your friends, at least for a while. I've played for big crowds and I've also played for nobody, so I definitely know how this feels. Oh, there's one. Of course, she's drunk, so she would make it through a typhoon. She's getting energized. Yeah, that's a really great feeling too, and people actually, maybe they see you on the street or something, they remember you from a show. Like, that definitely puts you on cloud 9 for sure. Yeah, just go for it. This can be tricky too, because sometimes, like, I've experienced performing on time and not getting that many people, but also delaying performing to try to get more people, and we've actually had it do the opposite, and we actually ended up losing people. GCM 900. Super popular Marshall amp. I did kind of notice that, but I wasn't sure if it was just me. But there's like these little mistakes happening. So I was like bopping my head, and then sometimes I wasn't on time, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that wasn't me, but... Yeah, see right there, it kind of skipped a beat. Yeah, oof. These are probably more obvious mistakes than what you would notice in an actual show, though. Because if it's an original song, we shouldn't be able to notice things like that, because we don't know how the song's supposed to sound. Uh-oh. Can we chime in on this, or? There we go. Really cool leads too, the little descent that she was doing there. Performance-wise, much better. Everything's on time. Sounds like there's a little phase shifter effect on that. I want to hear the last one.
今日は私のおごりだから飲め。
お姉ちゃんありがとう。私たち飲めないけど先輩好き。
She drinks though.
泥酔しながらのライブ最高です。ごめん、ガス飛んだ。まあでもライブってそういうもんじゃん。怒んなよ、うっせえな。
Oh my god.
ありがとう。カスタム最高。
I want to see one of her shows. And she plays good too, so she has good stage performance and she plays really well.
ぼっちちゃんも今日はすごい頑張った。で、真っ白に燃え尽きてる。
ぼっちちゃん、灰にならないで。
She's all dead.
アボカドとクリームチーズのピンチャス。あとスパニッシュオムレツのオランデーズソース添えください。
なんて？
このオムレツオランデーズソースのやつ。
Hollandaise.
北さん、また意味不明なおしゃれそうなことを言っている。北さんってスタパとか普通に入れちゃうんだろうな。難しい。
A Starbucks.
マチュピチュ遺跡のミシシッピ川グランドキャニオンサンディエゴ盛り合わせで。
どこだ？
フライドポテトです。
You bet fries.
大人になってお酒飲めるようになったらもっと楽しいのかな。
最近嫁の服の趣味が突然変わってさ、スマホも急にロックかけ出して。
Who are these guys?
俺何のために働いてんだろう。
人生とはどこまでも地獄なのか。
Oh.
高校在学中にデビューできなかったら私も一旦は就職しなき
She's
ゃい
like,
け
is
ない
this where I'm gonna end up?
今月のところてんの営業売上は後藤さんが最下位でした。
また後藤さん。部長も意地悪よね。後藤さん辞めさせたいから。
This can be scary too if you have like a big interest in music.
欲しいのメロンか。
I didn't really grow up being told I
この
could
人生ゲーム。
pursue music and just do that. I was always under the impression that I had to get like a regular job or something.
紙やすりちょうだい。毎回この作業大変ですよね。ここをこうして。ほら。
手慣れてんな。
よいしょ。あいたんこんな感じですよ。
Oh, her face.
そういえば行くよ。え？行くよって誰だっけ？誰でしょうね。そんなしわしわネーム。誰の？
Oh, so she doesn't like Ukio?
ダジャレみたいでしょ。来た、行くよって。アホかーい。
おい、ぶっ壊れたぞ。
私の夫人。
来た来た。
っていうか、先輩はどうしてバンド急に辞めちゃったんですか？
飽きたんだよ、バンド。
ならライブハウスの店長してるの矛盾してるじゃん。
It'd be cool to hear what her band was like.
あのさ、今日の演奏見て気づいたんだけど、ぼっちちゃんがギターヒーロー
I
なん
feel
で
like
しょ？
she's hiding something. I mean, we already know she's hiding one thing, but I almost get this vibe that she's not going to be around forever. I get that vibe from her. I could be wrong, but she mentioned the summertime. Maybe she has to go move somewhere.
そうです。スターリーはね、お姉ちゃんが私のために作ってくれた場所なんだよ。だから私の本当の夢はね、お姉ちゃんの分まで人気のあるバンドになること。
It's a pretty honorable motivation, I would say.
ギタリストとしてみんなの大切な結束バンドを最高のバンドにしたいです。それで全員で人気バンドになって。
Such a wholesome moment.
でも私
I slightly missed the moment where she revealed that
ぼっ
she
ち
was
ちゃ
the
んがいた
guitar
ら夢
hero,
を叶えられ
but
るって。
it didn't seem to be like this massive, huge moment anyway.
ぼっちちゃんのロック。ぼっちだロック。
Bocchi the Rock, she said the thing.
鳴りやまなくて何が悪い青春で何が悪い。
Okay, episode 8 down. Good episode, and another episode where we got to watch them jam, though it was approached in a pretty realistic way. I didn't think that they would exhibit all the little mistakes you can make throughout a song. Maybe slightly unrealistic. I mean, I guess there could be real examples out there where bands really mess up, just play a really bad version of a song. Actually, I may have one story about that too, but in terms of like technical mistakes and missing cues, you know, stuff like that, those sounded pretty abrupt in the way that they performed that. I think in a real life setting, it would be hard to tell if someone was messing up unless they themselves made it obvious. So like, that's why I say, if you play confidently, even if you mess up, but you're playing confident, no one will ever know, because they'll just think it's just part of it. Especially if it's an original song, nobody knows how the song is supposed to go. So how would anybody tell that that's not just part of the song? But yeah, I've had some bad experiences for sure. Still, I was a little surprised that they even went there with it, because that's not the first time we've seen them play that song. But I suppose this is the first time they've played that song in front of like actual people and stuff. And that's outside of the sister and everything. But yeah, once the second song started, everything was all good. But yeah, that was a nice moment between Bocchi and Nijika. Just them kind of opening up about what their goals are, and we got to hear what everyone else's goals are through them too. And it did kind of remind me that it's really hard to even get a band together nowadays, because you gotta get a group of people that all have their own lives into the same room at the same time with the same goal, whether it's to just have fun or just play local shows, make some new music, record stuff, whatever that goal is. It's just really hard to get everybody on the same page nowadays. I definitely took that for granted back then when we had a group. So yeah, like watching this and watching them go through everything is definitely bringing back some memories of my own, which is a good thing, because then that means that this show kind of knows what it's talking about and has relatable things outside of the social anxiety issues and stuff like that. Like, it does tackle band issues in a realistic way. Another good episode. I might go ahead and just move on to the next one here. So hope you enjoyed the reaction, but that's it from me. I'll see you next time.